Part 4 of the worst of 2014. I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can, alright? Dwayne Johnson's Rockules, or Hercules, directed by Brett Ratner. This was bad. This was really bad. And I did not like this movie. There was maybe some things I didn't like about this movie, like Dwayne Johnson's performance as Hercules. I thought his performance was pretty good, but really the movie itself is bad because the mythical monsters that he's supposed to be fighting are not mythical monsters, they're just tall tales. And that's such a bad way of doing things. They wanted to do the realistic approach of Hercules. That is a stupid thing to do with Hercules. You do not do the realistic approach with Hercules because it doesn't work. Hercules is a mythical guy. Give him the chance to be that. Give him the chance to be super strong and fighting these mythical creatures. And they just didn't do it right. They tried to go with the realistic route, but at the same time they tried to give him superhuman strength. And it was so uneven and so inconsistent, and it was just so bad. It was dumb, dumb, dumb. Stupid movie. I did not like this Hercules movie. No, it is just a bad movie. Transcendence, starring Johnny Depp. What a disappointment. What a colossal disappointment. So many people were anxious for this movie, and it failed. This was such an utter failure. There were some things I actually liked about this movie. This movie helped bring to life one of the episodes from one of my favorite animated series, Gargoyles, to life a little bit. In this movie, there's an episode of Gargoyles where Xanatos has this nanite factory somewhere, and Goliath and one of the members of the pack, Dingo, are there trying to stop this nanite factory from covering the earth with nanotechnology. And that's what this movie felt like. It was doing in its own way, because it had nanotechnology in the movie. And because the science is not explained well enough, because the characters are not done right, and Johnny Depp is wasted in this movie pretty much. He's killed off so quickly, and his ghost is not done well in the machine. And it's just not done right at all. I did not like this movie. And there were some things I did like about it, but overall it's just not a good movie. The Purge: Anarchy. This movie was not good. I mean, this movie is praised so much as a movie that shocked it didn't suck, but let's just face it, it sucks. It is a terrible movie. The only thing that's good about this movie is Frank Grillo. That is it. Frank Grillo is the only thing that's good about this movie. He's carrying this bad movie on his shoulders, and it's not enough. The rest of the characters I did not care about. I wanted the rest of the characters to die, and some of them did die, and others didn't die, and I just didn't like this movie. It was just so bad. I'm hoping Frank Grillo goes on to better things. I know he's going to be in the next Captain America movie, I believe, as Crossbones or something or whatever, but this movie itself was just bad. It was just a bad movie. Okay, this is a movie that went direct to DVD, but I want to talk about it anyway. From the DC Animated Universe, Justice League War. There's some people out there who like this movie, but let's really face it. It's a terrible Justice League movie. It's a terrible Justice League animated film. And it's my fear what the Justice League movie could be in live action. It is just done so badly. Superman is done badly in this movie. Batman is done badly. The Green Lantern is done badly. The Flash is so forgettable. Wonder Woman is done so badly in this animated film. They have the Justice League going against Darkseid in the first film. That is not a good idea. You don't throw them against their most powerful villain in the first film. You build up. From what I'm understanding, the live-action Justice League movie is going to have them going against Brainiac, I believe. Which, that is a much better idea because you're actually working up to eventually getting to Darkseid. I mean, look at the Avengers. The Avengers are not going to go up against Thanos in their second movie. They're going to go against Thanos in the third movie. That is a much better idea because you're actually working up to the ultimate battle, and it's going to be more epic that way. This movie is not that epic because the Justice League are not working together well as a team, and it is just not really done well. I think the only hero in this movie that is done right is Cyborg. That's it. The rest of these heroes are falling flat on their face, in my opinion, and they're just not done right at all. And the Aquaman movie that came afterwards, Dawn of Atlantis, was okay, but it wasn't that good either. That's another rant for a future video. Sex Tape. Oh my. Horrible, horrible movie. Jason Segel was really bad in this movie. Cameron Diaz, and this is not the only movie Cameron Diaz is in on this list. Oh my. Such a bad movie. This felt like a iPod commercial, basically. It was really, really bad. It was just such a stupid movie. I did not like this movie at all. There was really nothing funny about this movie at all. Pompeii. What a volcanic piece of shit. It is so bad. It is just a horrible, horrible movie. Do not see this movie. This was such a bad movie. This was trying to do a Titanic love story with the story of Pompeii, and it was just bad. And Kiefer Sutherland is so wasted in this movie as the villain. It is just bad, 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 bad. Paul W.S. Anderson, stop making movies. You are a terrible director. I got better ideas. Stop going to see Paul W.S. Anderson movies. Stop giving him money. He is a bad director, and maybe he'll stop making movies. Planes, Fire, and Rescue. Oh man, I hated this movie. This is such a bad movie. This is a spin-off of the Cars series, sequel to the first Planes movie. It is bad. It is just bad. The plane protagonist in this movie actually starts a fire before he actually puts it out. It is just not a good movie. I did not like this movie at all. And I hate these planes and cars movies. They are just commercials for plane toys and car toys. It is just stupid. I don't want to see any more of these planes and cars movies. Oh man, I've had it with them. 3 Days to Kill. Oh man, Kevin Costner. This was such a bad movie. Directed by McG. What do you expect? Oh man, what a horrible movie. And Haley Steinfeld is not that good in it either. It is just a really stupid movie. They're trying to have fun with it. Maybe it's a good movie in a way of a so bad it's good kind of deal. That's really the only good thing you probably get out of this movie, but really it's just a bad movie. The Giver. Let's just face it, The Giver is not good. Just read the book by Lois Lowry. That's the better thing to do, is just read the book, which is a real shame because Jeff Bridges really wanted to make a good movie out of this and he failed. He failed. It is forgettable. It is stale. I know it's meant to be emotionless because these characters are supposed to be not showing any emotion, but they're not given enough room to actually show emotion later, and it's just not done right. They really should have done things differently, and it just looks like another one of these generic young adult movies that is trying to be like the Hunger Games. The Giver is one of the things that set the standards for the Hunger Games books, and this movie is just so bad it's forgettable. It's just not done right. Endless Love. Oh man, this was such a bad movie. It has so many teen love cliches in this movie. It was so bad. It was like watching a very bad Nicholas Sparks movie, and what a terrible movie. It is nothing like the source material. It is a really bad movie. I did not like this movie. The two leads did not have any chemistry that much at all, and it was just not a good movie. And I'm going to stop there and go on to the next series. This is the last series of worst movies of 2014. Is going to be the last one.